Today on the Daily Songwriter, we're going to learn an exercise that will help you build a library of melodies so that you never run out of ideas for how to start your song. Let's get into it. Hi everybody, I'm MLY and welcome to the Daily Songwriter, the channel where we learn every way to make music every day. If you like the tips you get today, there's so many more where they came from. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I'll make sure they keep coming your way. Now, today's exercise is all about creating new melody ideas. I like to call it Flip It Good. Put simply, we're going to flip the melodies of songs that you already know and love to create your own fresh ideas. Now, let's step back for a moment and consider that the musical language is exactly that, a language, just like the English language, which if you're watching this video, it's a very good chance that you speak that language. Otherwise, I don't know how much help I'm going to be for you today. We speak the same language as Maya Angelou, as Stevie Wonder, as George Carlin. There are 1,000 ways to make the same points that they make in their poems, in their songs, in their comedy. The difference is that they found their own unique way to do it that made it memorable and made it stick and made people want to listen. So what it boils down to is we all speak the same language, we use the same words, it's just finding our own creative ways to convey the same ideas using that same language. We do it with words. Today we're going to play around with the idea of using the musical language, the notes, the phrasing, the rhythms that we use to create songs. So as I said earlier, the idea of this exercise is really simple. We're just going to take the melodies of songs that you already know and love, and we're going to flip them. Isn't that stealing? I'm really glad you asked. The answer is no, it's really not. Songs are inspired by songs all the time. Whether it's a rhythm, whether it's a melody, whether it's a chord progression, a motif in that song, we are inspired by other artists. What matters is that you're not quoting, you're paraphrasing. You're taking those ideas, that inspiration, and putting it through the you filter and thinking, what's this gonna come out like if I were the one who wrote this song, if I were the one who wrote this melody? Step number one is to get your reversal tool in place. There are so many tools you can use. I personally use GarageBand. I might suggest Audacity for Windows. And then there's a number of phone options that would work as well. I'll go ahead and post that on the screen so you know the name of those apps. Generally, I prefer any tool that allows you to trim, cut, reverse, but please don't overcomplicate it. If you have an iPhone, GarageBand is on your phone and it's free. Otherwise, just go ahead and get one of the reversal apps that I'll recommend. It's gonna do the trick. Got your reversal tool in place? Then we're ready for step number two. I want you to think of 2 or 3 songs that you're gonna use for this exercise. I strongly advise against trying to riff a bunch of songs just off the top of your head. That's just adding thought work. I really want you to be able to focus in on just knowing what are the songs you're gonna experiment with today and what are the melodies from that song. Is it gonna be the chorus? Is it gonna be the verse from that song? Really fine tune it. It should only take you a matter of seconds, a minute maybe. And that brings us to step number 3. We're gonna record ourselves singing the melodies. I strongly recommend against using the lyrics of the song, using the words. Use oohs, use ahs, you can hum, but I would not use the lyrics, and I wouldn't use a la, anything with a hard consonant start. It's fine normally, but when you reverse it, it's gonna sound really, really weird. Check out the difference between me using an ah sound and me using the lyrics. Don't use the lyrics. I also recommend only doing one melody at a time. That way you can really stay focused in on that melody. So it'll be record, reverse, experiment, move on to the next song. You could just do it with one melody. If you're just giving yourself a few minutes today, you could just do it with one melody. You can make this again as short or as long as you want. You know how I like to do my songwriting exercises. Fit it into your busy day. It is time to flip it. Flip it good. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop myself. Now for the phone apps I recommended, reversing is gonna be a breeze because that's what they are built to do. Right now, I'm gonna demonstrate using GarageBand to reverse it. I'm actually gonna do it on my phone since I imagine most of us are more likely to have an iPhone than a MacBook. The song I'm gonna use is This Little Light of Mine. Let's see what I came up with. Ah, 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 ah. Now it's time for the fun part. Step number 5. Listen to the reversed melody and experiment with it. Take a few minutes to toy around and see if you can find a new melody. Are there any 2 to 4 note sequences that actually sounded interesting? Can you move around the tempo, the note duration? Can you stretch one out and make the next 2 shorter? It helps to record yourself while you're workshopping this out loud. So if you have another recording device, if you're using GarageBand, you can open up another track. But I would recommend recording yourself so that way you don't have to try to memorize it. You can come back and listen to what you were just humming, singing for yourself. Now, I have to give a disclaimer. Listening back to the reversed melody is gonna sound really weird. The first time you hear it, it's not gonna be radio ready. You might get lucky and strike gold and be like, what? That's a new song already? But chances are, you're gonna have to put your own flavor on it. You're gonna have to toy around with it, and that's where really the fun of this exercise is. Let's see if I came up with any melodies with my experimenting. Da 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 da. I'm Now, I actually went on for about 60 to 90 seconds longer than I just played for you, but that's about 2 minutes. It's about 2 minutes of coming up with ideas. I would say that 5 of the melodies I'm going to file away because that's something I'm going to be able to use in the future. I don't want you to walk away thinking, okay, I came up with the melody. Now I have to write a song around it. I don't hear the song around it. It was hopeless. Why did I even do this? It was a waste of my time. Stop. Store it. You need to be storing these ideas somewhere that you can come back to them at a later date to create your own inspiration. I call this organizing your song seeds. I actually have a parent folder called Seeds, and I have a separate folder for my lyric ideas, separate folder for my melodies, a separate folder for my titles, anything that would be the start of a potential song down the line. And then when I'm ready to sit down and write a song, I'm going to look back and think, past me already did the work for me. I'm just going to see what he had to say. Artists do this all the time. Charlie Puth is a great example. He named his album Voice Notes because he captured all the original seeds of the songs on the album on a Voice Notes app on his phone. If for just a few minutes you let go of perfection and you just try to hum out a melody and experiment with this, if you did that for 5 minutes a day, that's 365 melodies that you have added to your library. That's 365 song starters you've got on your hands, and that's only melodies. Because this is part of that broader library of ideas you're coming up with, make sure you subscribe because I have plenty of more exercises and tips to help you fill out that full library. As always, I've enjoyed spending time with you today. I've been MLY and you've been a daily songwriter. Happy songcrafting.